because people think you're gonna come out making $50,000. I had that same thought. I got humbled really quickly, okay? Hey KiHiVE, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video because I know you're interested in what I have to say today. If you haven't noticed already, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below to become part of KiHiVE. And those to all the subscribers, thank you so much for joining. Let's get right into today's video. Okay, so it has been a minute since I've done one of these videos. Something that's been highly requested from me. So today I'm doing an FAQ on marriage and family therapy. I'm answering a few of you all's questions. Some questions I will have to do a separate video for because it requires more detail. If you have any questions, leave them down below and I'll be happy to answer them as well. Let's get right into it. Okay, so number one, how is MFT work different from undergrad? The basic answer is that it's a more focused subject. This is something that you're trying to master, which is like a master's degree. A subject in a certain field that you're trying to get good at. So it's different because it's more reading, more papers, the content is more extensive. For me, my thinking changed a lot, and class sizes are smaller. Papers, so many papers. I was so annoyed at so many papers, Lord. With undergrad, you're taking more general courses. Like I did undergrad in psych, so the courses were more generalized. They weren't as specific in certain areas. You really gotta focus in grad school or you will fail. Oh, also in undergrad, you can get C's and still pass. Grad school, if you get C's, if you get 3 C's in grad school, you get kicked out of the program. At least where I was. If you get 3 C's, you get kicked out because I feel like they think you're not serious and you're wasting your time. So they'd be like, all right, fine, we're gonna kick you out anyway. So that's a big difference. All right, number 2, my first time seeing clients. This one I would do a separate video on, but I will give a general overview of how it was. I was nervous. I felt like I didn't know what I was doing because I had been in the classroom for a year before I even, saw a client. So I was nervous. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna mess this person's life up with one word. I'm gonna say something so wrong. They're gonna be like, oh my goodness, my life is over. And I didn't want that to happen. Luckily, I got out of it, obviously, but it was definitely an experience, and I will share that story soon because that's something I will never forget. So I will definitely share that story soon. Just know I was nervous. How are your internship and practicum hours? So I'm gonna give you this note. If you are considering going to grad school online for MFT, this is something that you need to know. So write this down, type it out, something so you know. You are going to need practicum and you're going to need an internship in order to accrue the hours that you need for licensure, because most programs you need a certain amount of client contact hours before you can leave the program. My program, I needed 500 hours to graduate. With doing it online, you're kind of on your own as far as finding a supervisor who will help you with clients and things like that, as far as getting supervision for that. Internships, you're kind of on your own as well. A practicum team, sometimes you have to find a team of people that will help you out as far as with cases and things like that are concerned. Now, most licensed MFT people do not supervise students who are still in a program. You have to be graduated because you have to pay a fee. Now, they might help out if you're willing to pay a fee, but most do not supervise students who are still in a program. So that might be something you run into when you're deciding to go online or when you're in an online program. That's something to be mindful of, because that's something people run into a lot and they don't realize that when they decide to do it online. My preference would be to do it in person. If that is an option for you, that would be the best option if you're able to do that. With that out the way, internship. My internship required me to be there 10 hours a week. Now every internship is different. I worked at a homeless shelter. I thought it was really fun. It was really cool. I got to meet a lot of cool people and just hear their stories, and it was really interesting just to see different people in different walks of life. So I did it for 10 hours a week. That helped me get the relational hours. Relational hours are like family hours, couple hours, things like that, because you need those relational hours, because marriage therapists, family, they consider them like family relational because they all lived in the same, you know, place. Practicum hours, I had practicum once a week for 7 hours. It'll be either from 12 to 3 or not 12 to 3, 12 to 7 or 3 to 10. Now this was it was great. I loved it. I hated it. I didn't hate it, but it wasn't my favorite day of the week when I was in it, because I'll go from class straight to practicum and be there for 7 hours. Sometimes I took naps. I took some naps in practicum when I didn't have clients. I wasn't supposed to, but it was quiet in the room. It was dark because we had the one-way mirror, so it would be quiet, dark, and like slightly cool, but warm enough for you to get like kind of doze off. And then we had the chairs, so I'll put 2 chairs together, put my feet up, have a little jacket. Knocked out. Don't do that. I got in trouble. Practicum was fun. We got to talk about different cases. We got to, you know, discuss clients that we have been stuck on, you know, outside of practicum. We got to view cases that were going on with other cohort members. So it was just a really good time to have several different minds of MFT thinking about the case in 7 different ways, and also have a supervisor there to help out when we all got stuck on something. So I really enjoyed it. How did I balance life with the demanding program? So for me, I'm single. I don't have any kids. I don't have any extra obligations or things that require my attention. It was really just me taking care of myself. So what I really did was make out a schedule. Like everything was scheduled out. I would plan everything out. Everything was planned out to the T, because if I didn't, I would miss something, some deadline, some client, something would get missed. So I would plan out everything, pray, hang out with my friends. I would take vacations on the weekend if I could. Just anything to keep my brain sane, because it was a lot of stress. So yeah. All right, number 5, can you live off of a therapist's salary? So I want to make this disclaimer. Do not go into this field thinking you're going to make a bunch of money straight off the bat because you have a master's degree. That is not the case, okay? Now, when you come out of school, you're not licensed, and most times you're not even an intern yet, because you have to either pass the exam or apply to be an intern or whatever. But either way, you don't have the experience yet as a therapist to be making, you know, $40,000, $50,000 a year. So what you're gonna end up making is probably mid-30s, mid to high 30s starting out until you get licensed. Just be aware of that, because people think you're gonna come out making $50,000. I had that same thought. I got humbled really quickly, okay? And I'll talk about like jobs and things like that in another video, but you can't live off of it if you budget. You have to budget, but I think that's with anything. You have to budget. You can't just go out here spending more money than you make, or you're gonna be stuck in a hole and can't get out. So once you get licensed, then you'll be making, you know, higher income levels, and then if you decide to go private practice route, you know, even more money as long as you have clients coming in. But yes, you can live off a salary. How is working in a school different from an office setting? So my favorite thing about working in a school is that I'm constantly in the environment where my clients are, at least during the school day. So when I walk around the school, I'll see some of my clients, they're like, hey Miss Kiara. I'm like, hey, how you doing? And then like their friends be around, they're like, oh, you're a therapist? I'm like, yeah, I am. If you ever want to talk, just stop in my office, we can talk. So it's really cool. It's really relaxed. I fit in really well with the kids, because sometimes I look like a teenager, but I'm not. But it's really fun. I don't have to be as like, you know, super professional. I don't have to dress, you know, in suit, no pantsuit or anything. I kind of wear semi-normal clothes to look professional, but I do tend to blend in with the kids, so that's always fun. I like it a lot. I like it a lot because when I don't have a supervisor over my head every day, I'm able to kind of do my own thing as long as I get, you know, my client seen, everything done. And it's just really fun to not have to be tied into an office. I kind of have the flexibility to do different types of modalities, and if I have to leave early one day, I just kind of create my schedule to where I fit my clients in during the week and be able to like have to leave at a supervision or a meeting or anything of that sort. So that's always fun. So it's been really fun so far. I love it a lot. I don't have to be sitting in the office desk all day, so it's a lot of flexibility. I love it. I love it so much. Like, so if you have any questions that I did not answer, leave them down below. I'll be happy to do another video, another Q&A video. I hope you all are finding these marriage family therapy videos helpful. I know there's not a lot of content out there about MFT, so I'm happy that I can be the one to give it to you. Yay! So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next video, guys. Bye!